Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to be talking about the rapid changes on Earth that cause volcanoes, earthquakes, and landslides. Now, who can tell me what a volcano is? Who knows what a volcano is? Jose? Very good. A volcano does have a mountain. Okay, very good, Jose. Now, a volcano is actually a mountain that is turned upside down. It has an upside down panel, and it is filled with magma. Now you might think, what is magma, right? Well, magma is a hot fluid that is under the Earth's crust, which actually turns itself into lava. Now, who knows what lava is? Nobody knows? Okay. Well, lava is a hot molten rock that eventually erupts from a volcano when vibrations occur. Now, eruption. Does anybody know what erupted means? Eruption is actually the moment that a volcano shoots out the actual lava. Now, the volcano is erupted when there is vibrations caused. Now, the vibrations happen underneath Earth's crust, and what happens is that everything moves. Now, who here knows how to vibrate? Let's all vibrate. Have you ever heard your phones vibrate? How do your phones go? Very good. What happens is that everything vibrates underneath, such as we just did right now, such as that, and we have the volcano erupting. The magma is erupted, causing itself to be into lava. Now let's look at an earthquake. Who knows what an earthquake is? An earthquake is caused because of shaking. Very good. To be specific, an earthquake is actually caused because of the tectonic plates. Now, does anybody know what a tectonic plate is? Tectonic plates are actually they're at the crust, and they're actually caused by whenever they move or they float or their interaction causes itself to shift. What happens is that it causes a quivering reaction. Once they divide, they cause a quivering reaction, and it causes an earthquake. Now, those plates are always, they're the Earth's tectonic plates. Those are always, they're formatted in a different position to where it doesn't cause any reaction on Earth. Now, what happens is that when those tectonic plates begin to divide themselves and a quivering occurs, then we have the earthquake come along. And now what the earthquake is, it's just basically a sudden shock. Those plates have a sudden shock, and what happens is that when it moves, it quivers, it shocks itself, it causes a division within those plates, causing a gigantic earthquake. Now, it can be a small earthquake or it can be a large earthquake. We really have sometimes small ones or big ones, but we will take a look into that in just a bit. We're going to see a little small sample of what an earthquake might look like. Now, let's look at our landslides. Who knows what a landslide is? We don't have an idea? Okay, well, landslides are actually, it's a rapid downwards movement of debris. Now, who knows what debris is? Debris is scattered fragments that occur from either an earthquake or a volcano. So due to an earthquake and a volcano, we actually can cause a landslide. That's how landslides are basically formed. From all that debris that's left from these earthquakes and volcanoes, we cause debris, we cause slopes, ground movement, and all that ground movement that happens on these two, the volcanoes and the earthquakes, causes landslides. And what happens in a landslide, if we can just picture that real quick, just look at the volcano erupting, the earthquake moving, everything's moving all over the place, everything's moving. And when everything's moving, the rocks are coming down, everything is moving side to side, and it's going to cause all that debris to come together, and it's going to convert itself into like a small mountain shifting downwards. The slope, now if we look at here, a slope is a surface change. What happens is when that moves along, we're going to cause the landslide to cause downwards. Usually, you know, they're like in a mountain setting to where they kind of get on top of each other, and it causes a big landslide. Now, as we did notice, these big drastic changes that occur on Earth are caused because of these three. We do have volcanoes, we have earthquakes, and we have landslides, which cause this big drastic change. And they all kind of correlate together because, as we can see, we have landslides because of earthquakes, and because of earthquakes, it could be possible possible that the volcanoes maybe shifted things too much or quivered a little too much than they should have, and that made our earthquake secure, or it could have made a landslide. So they all follow each other's steps. It could be possible that they follow each other's steps. Now, we don't want all these three to happen at the same time, right? But it could be possible. Those are the type of drastic changes that happen on Earth, that it is possible that this may happen. Now, we will look at 3 different small examples. We're going to do 3 different experiments where we can actually see we can get a better vivid picture that we can actually see what's going on in a volcano, on an earthquake, or on a landslide. Okay, let's take a look at that. This is my soil. This here is for a plastic 16-ounce bottle. This here is red food coloring. We have our vinegar, we have our baking soda, and we also need a tablespoon. And now think about it. We were talking about the volcanoes earlier today, and we were saying how it's a mountain. Do you guys see how there's dirt, there's rock here, there's soil? It's a mountain that's created. Now we're going to pretend, we're going to use our imagination, and we're going to pretend that inside here we're going to have what? The magma. And for the magma, we're going to go ahead and use some baking soda for that magma. We're going to use a little bit of baking soda. You can definitely try this at home, but I would definitely request that you use your parents' help because it does require a lot of help. Let's go ahead and use our baking soda, and we put maybe about three spoons in there. Let's put this aside, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop in some of my food coloring in here. I'm going to go ahead and put some food coloring, a couple of drops in there. All right, and then most importantly, we're going to use our vinegar in here. And I want you to pay very close attention because I want you to see how this is we're gonna picture as this being a volcano erupting. Are we all looking? Wow, isn't that neat? That's actually a volcano erupting. It's actually, we can picture as if this is a real volcano. Our town, and the plates moved and we're quivering. Let's all quiver and let's see what's gonna happen to our town. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Quivering. Do you guys see that? Where's our houses? Everything's moving, right? Okay, do you guys see how everything was moving? We quivered, the plates moved actually. We quivered, everything, the plates were divided, and we caused an earthquake. And put our black food coloring. We're gonna put a couple of dots in there. All right, and then lastly, we're gonna go ahead and add our vinegar. Possible landslide here. And that is basically what happens. So for our assignment, boys and girls, what we're gonna go ahead and do is that we're gonna go ahead and research the given topic here. Now, how are we gonna get that given topic, you say? Well, I have this box here, and I have either volcano, earthquake, or landslide here. And what we're gonna go ahead and do is that each one of you is gonna go ahead and pick out one of these little white papers that I have in here. And what's gonna happen is that the given topic that you are given here, you are responsible to go ahead and research on this given topic and be very specific to where you actually research this information, because you're gonna write a 1-page research project. Now let me give you a little example. Let's just say that I get one here, right? I'm gonna open it up and it says volcanoes. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is that research some volcanoes, and I'm gonna go online. Let's just pretend the volcano that is in Mexico. Have you guys ever heard of that volcano in Mexico? The Popocatépetl volcano in Mexico? Okay, well, that volcano is actually a volcano that's located in Mexico. And see, now you guys can't use that because Ms. Goss already used that. But you would go into the search box and you would actually research over this volcano. And what your responsibility is that you have to be very specific. You have to let me know, is this an active volcano? Is this a dormant volcano? When was the last time that this volcano was active? Now, did it harm any people the last time that it was active? And every so often, prior to this last activity, was there anything prior to that? Or has it been dormant for a very long period of time? Let's be very specific on all of these questions so that you guys can have enough information to write a page report. Of course, we want to go ahead and do a great job on this, so I'm going to give you all enough time to go over to the computer lab today, and we're going to start research on these. Is that at the end product will be your responsibility to finish a one-page report. Now, if you have any questions, I'm here. Does anybody have any questions for now? All right, then let's get in line so that we can start that.